Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 2 guest star addresses his surprise legacy character. Star Trek Strange New Worlds continues to live up to its reputation as the franchise's most joyfully unpredictable series. Following the explosive Season 3 premiere, which reignited fan passion with an epic blend of action and emotional storytelling, Episode 2 took things in a completely different, but equally thrilling, direction. Not only did the episode introduce an unexpected legacy character with deep ties to Star Trek's long history, but the actor behind the surprise role has now spoken out about the experience and what it means for the show's evolving relationship with canon. The episode, titled Children of Tomorrow, might go down as one of Strange New Worlds' most daring installments yet, both for its story and its clever character reveal. For longtime fans, it was an emotional jolt, a moment that bridged the past and present of Star Trek in a way only this show could pull off. And for the actor involved, stepping into such an iconic legacy proved to be as thrilling as it was daunting. The shocking reveal, a legacy character returns in a new form. In true Strange New Worlds fashion, the episode began innocently enough. The Enterprise crew investigates a mysterious energy signal emanating from a derelict Federation outpost on the edge of Klingon space. But by the end of the hour, audiences were left reeling when it was revealed that the enigmatic scientist aiding the mission was, in fact, a younger incarnation of Dr. Richard Daystrom, the pioneering genius who would later found the Daystrom Institute, one of the cornerstones of Starfleet technology. The twist landed with a perfect mix of nostalgia and surprise. Daystrom, originally introduced in Star Trek, the original series episode, The Ultimate Computer, played by William Marshall, was a towering figure in Federation history. Seeing a younger, more idealistic version of him decades before his infamous M5 computer experiment added rich layers to the character and hinted at new thematic directions for Strange New Worlds. The younger Daystrom is played by Aldous Hodge, known for his roles in Leverage, Hidden Figures, and Black Adam. His casting had been kept under wraps by Paramount+, and when his name appeared in the opening credits, fans immediately began theorizing about his role. The episode's final act confirmed the truth. Hodge's Daystrom is not merely a cameo, but a fully realized character who may play an ongoing role this season. Aldous Hodge on becoming Daystrom. It's like playing the architect of the future. In an interview following the episode's release, Aldous Hodge opened up about the responsibility and joy of portraying a younger version of one of Star Trek's most complex figures. Greater than, when they told me who I'd be playing, I had to take a minute, Hodge said. Daystrom isn't just another scientist. He's a symbol of ambition, genius, and tragedy. He built the technological foundation of the Federation, but his story is also a warning about how far we push ourselves in the name of progress. Hodge shared that the production team approached him months before filming began, emphasizing the importance of getting the character's essence right rather than simply imitating William Marshall's original performance. Greater than, they said, we want this to feel like his Daystrom, but at a point in his life before he became that man, Hodge explained. So I thought about what that kind of visionary might have been like in his youth, the idealism, the hope, the maybe slightly dangerous curiosity. This is Daystrom before the fall. The actor also revealed that he had been a lifelong Star Trek fan, citing the next generation as his gateway into the franchise. Greater than, I grew up watching Geordi La Forge, Data, and Picard, he said. For me, Star Trek was always about potential, what humanity could be if we got our act together. So playing a character who literally builds the future was surreal. It's like playing the architect of the future, a legacy that echoes across the stars. What makes the return of Daystrom so significant isn't just nostalgia. It's how the series uses his presence to deepen its ongoing themes. Strange New Worlds has always been about exploring who these legendary figures were before they became icons. Season 3 continues that tradition by showing us a Federation still discovering its ideals, and scientists like Daystrom embody both the brilliance and hubris of that process. Co-showrunner Henry Alonso Myers explained in a post-episode featurette that Daystrom's inclusion was deliberate, part of a larger exploration of the moral gray areas of scientific progress. Greater than, the Federation didn't just appear perfect, Myers said. It was built by people who made mistakes, who dreamed too big, and sometimes paid for it. Bringing in a young Daystrom lets us show the origins of those ambitions, the people who laid the groundwork for what Starfleet eventually becomes. In Children of Tomorrow, we see Daystrom collaborating with Spock and Lon on a potentially galaxy-changing propulsion experiment, a precursor to the computer intelligence systems that would define his later life. The seeds of his future obsession with artificial intelligence are subtly planted when he expresses frustration at the limits of human error in scientific innovation. Greater than if we could just remove the unpredictability of human decision-making, Daystrom says at one point, we could finally achieve perfection. It's a chilling foreshadowing of the man he'll become, and a testament to the writer's deep respect for Star Trek lore. Balancing canon and creativity. The Strange New Worlds way. One of the reasons Strange New Worlds continues to win over fans is its masterful balancing act between canon reverence and narrative innovation. Introducing a character as pivotal as Daystrom in a prequel series could easily have felt gimmicky, but the show handles it with remarkable care. Rather than contradicting established continuity, this portrayal enhances it. Viewers can now see the seeds of the Daystrom Institute's brilliance and tragedy being sown decades earlier. Co-creator Akiva Goldsman addressed this approach directly. Greater than we don't bring legacy characters back just for applause, Goldsman said. When we reintroduce someone, it's because their story deepens the themes we're already exploring. In Daystrom's case, he's a mirror to Spock. Both men are obsessed with logic, with control, and both struggle with their own humanity. That's what made this episode sing. This dynamic between Spock and Daystrom, portrayed with quiet tension and mutual respect, may go down as one of the season's most memorable pairings. Fans online have already begun comparing their intellectual sparring to the classic Kirk-Spock McCoy debates of the original series, except now filtered through two brilliant but conflicted scientists. Aldous Hodge on working with Ethan Peck's Spock. For Hodge, acting opposite Ethan Peck, who has redefined Spock for a new generation, was one of the highlights of his experience. Greater than Ethan brings this incredible quiet intensity, Hodge said. You can feel the weight of his logic and emotion constantly at war. It made our scenes electric because Daystrom is the opposite. He's all energy, curiosity, and risk. Watching those two worldviews clash was just pure fun. The actors reportedly spent weeks rehearsing their dialogue-heavy scenes to get the rhythm right. Hodge described it as a dance between chaos and control, perfectly capturing the thematic heartbeat of the episode. Behind the scenes, Peck praised Hodge's ability to embody the Daystrom legacy without imitation. Greater than Aldous didn't try to be William Marshall, Peck said. He found the humanity in Daystrom, the spark of genius that would one day lead to greatness, and maybe ruin. It's one of the most compelling performances we've had this season. Could Daystrom return later this season? Though the episode ended with Daystrom parting ways with the Enterprise, it's clear his story isn't over. The final scene hinted at his continued research into self-learning algorithms, setting the stage for what could become a major subplot in later episodes. When asked directly whether he'd return, Hodge was careful but coy. Greater than all I'll say is that Daystrom's ideas are too big to be contained in one episode, he teased with a grin. You might not have seen the last of him. This aligns with recent comments from showrunner Myers, who hinted that several